but this will be great. It'll be nice and small. No, it's, yeah, we invite 40, but we don't expect 40. No. No, well, we try to invite the dogs that were just with us last, which were all of these dogs. So I kind of want to go through because, you know, adopted, had for a while, raising him, raising her. So I kind of want to get a little of your perspective on what's happening, and then we'll see what we can clean up. Why don't we start with little Miss Chestnut? How has she been?
She's been good.
She's been good?
She's been doing good.
Okay.
On the separation thing, but she's like adjusted to the family. And
okay. Okay.
She's come a long way.
Okay.
She doesn't like the car at all.
What happens?
She just shakes and gets nervous.
It's okay. Just keep her in the sit right there, and then just hold up, and then just relax. There you go, like that. All right. So she gets nervous in the car. Pants. How is she in the car? She does great.
She's great in the car. She's really good at home too. She's listening to all her commands and very attentive. No separation anxiety, so she does fantastic in the house. The thing that we do have an issue with her is on leash. When we're like walking around the neighborhood, she's very reactive to, let's say, a cat or a squirrel, and she just at Wags and Walks they were telling us she has like a real prey drive, and we've definitely seen that. We've been trying to correct that, but
Yep.
she gets in the red.
Yep.
Like pretty quickly.
Yep.
She sees something like that.
Yep. Cattle dog mix. Yep. Right. Cattle dogs bred for work, bred to go after things, bred to. I mean, we have two right now. They're the ultimate working dog. So.
She's great. She seems to want to please and like listen to us. But then when she sees an animal like that, she's barely hearing us.
That's also why this environment is good. Because you haven't been able to just sit around other dogs like this. Most dogs, so right here, just pull up and keep her in a sit right here. And again, we'll kind of show you how to tap into what she knows. So same thing you're doing here with Pickles. Again, most dogs can't even just sit by their owner's side while they're having a conversation. If we can't do that, good luck trying to control instinct in the dog, okay? So yeah, even this, like, just keep her right there, all right? Dog's biggest issue is patience and self-control. You're actually asking her for patience and self-control. Again, we want the dog to stop reacting, stop barking, stop lunging, stop something. In reality, we're actually asking them to control themselves, exhibit patience and self-control. That's a skill, right? It's like patience is a virtue. That's a skill. So, you know, I always want to try to go a little bit deeper into the understanding of what we're asking from our dogs, because dog training could just be very surface level. Oh, sit, down, stay. Oh, we want potty training or this or that. But in reality, it's like you're working with an extremely smart creature with a brain that's making decisions. And in reality, we're wanting them to behave a little bit more how we want them to, more human-like than dog-like. In reality, all of the behaviors that they show is normal for a dog. I mean, look, anxiousness isn't really that prevalent in the dog world, dog to dog, because anxiousness doesn't help the pack survive. So, you know, unfortunately, it's kind of like a human trait that's been put on the dog, because dogs flush the weak out. So if we have an anxious dog, this is why like an anxious dog is the one that gets beat up. They jump on the one that's squealing, because to them it's like, okay, you know, this is why we have squeaky toys. Right? So they don't really like anxiousness, right? So, but really, I think, again, it's patience and self-control, okay? So across the board, even here with like just staying by your side, right? Or him too. He's had a hard time being on his own, right? Husky mix has a hard time being on their own. Good. Okay, so better, laying down. So all you're gonna do right now is every time she gets up, just have her sit. Even here, let's see if we can get her to lay down. Just guide her down. Down. Okay, then, perfect. And then just uphold the down. So anytime they get up, just bring them back down. Okay, so what you'll see is, look at how she's not on her hip. See how she's upright, right? Whereas, look at Walter, he's on his hip. Well, now she's all the way back up, so just get her to sit again, and then back down. And here's the key. Yep. Just follow through right there. Here's the key. Don't keep repeating yourself. So you did a good job. At this point, when we put like 1,000 reps in, they know what sitting down is. They just need to know that you're going to hold them accountable and follow through, right? We know this about dogs, dog training. It's like follow through is the most important part. Now, contingent on your dog knows what you want from them, okay? So it's just follow through. Sit and down. But what do we know about Pickles? She's a stubborn girl, right? Okay, that's okay. Just be patient here. And so what you'll do here is drop that slack and put your foot on the leash. So hold it still. Yeah, just right there. So don't hold her down. But that way, if she tries to get up, she'll kind of remind herself, see? And then here's what you can do here, watch. Just see if you can lift your foot a little, keep the leash there, and tell her down. So from here, do it from here still, okay? And then tell her down. And then see if you can kind of pull this. It'll take a little bit of technique. Let me show you, okay? Come here, Mama, come here. Come here. So bring her right here, okay? And then put this right here. Down, down. You see this? They wait for you to go down. She knows, I'm only gonna listen to Mom when she bends down and pulls the leash.
I see.
I need to be able to be all psychological game with the smart dogs. Okay, they're all smart. But it's a psychological game of being like, I can get you to lay down being all the way up here with minimal effort. Minimal effort. So in reality, again, right now, it's not Pickles lay down, it's give in to Mom. Give in, right? So did you see how I did that? And I didn't put that much pressure on her. No, I'm not pulling her down, right? So try that, do that. Have her sit, and then drop that slack. Okay, fine. So she's gonna do that, but do that with your foot next time. Yeah, so put your foot right there, yep, and just keep it right there. Okay, so this is not teaching. We did the teaching. We've done teaching. This is holding accountable. Yeah. And so what happens we find, and as you've been working with him, or I mean, you've known us, our work for 8 years, 9 years, right? So she has 2 beagles also. So she knows about holding them accountable based on the foundation that's been applied. And that's sort of what you're tapping into right now. Okay, so most people kind of stay in a teaching/managing phase. They just manage the dog all the time. And then they never get out of that. So what we need is, okay, so right here, just go back. And if she gets up, obviously it might be a little bit difficult. Okay, there, perfect. Look, she's gonna go back down. Okay, she's gonna go back down. So wait for that butt. Lift your foot a little. Yeah, it'll take a little bit of managing here and a little bit of technique. So hold that pressure, lift your foot and pull all that slack out. There, and wait for that butt to go down. Yeah, and this is a smart dog, right? It's like, well, I'll just keep my butt in the, but see what happens is you need to maintain pressure until she fully gives in, right? Okay? And just maintain that light pressure right there, light, there, and then relax it. So it's not about forcing the dog down. It's about constant minimal pressure until they give in. Pressure on, pressure off. That's what the e-collar is, right? Pressure on, pressure off. So we've taught them all leash pressure. This is why, again, it's super important that your dogs are leash trained. Most dogs today are not leash trained, okay? So you have, okay, so what do you get here? Which is kind of like him, he's vocal. Physically, she's listening.
Yes.
Mentally, she's fighting it.
Yes.
Yeah, she's fighting it, right? Exactly. So just work her through that. And you can bring her back to the shade over here. So that's also a part. We started here, and then we end here, and the next thing you're out of the gate because she's shimmied. She's doing really good. Yeah, because she's not that challenging. No, she gives in fairly easy. Yeah, exactly. And like she needs the same thing. So it's like just as much as Pepper needs her self-control and patience to calm her down, she needs the same thing to boost her up. Yes. The approach is the same, right? So if you have an insecure dog, she needs strong handler. If you have a reactive dog, she needs strong handler. Okay, so the approach is the same. Even though most of the time we'll kind of take a separate approach. We'll think, oh my gosh, she needs like, well, don't baby her. Right? Don't there's and I think there's a difference between loving your dog and babying your dog. Yeah, and there's where we kind of like have a hard time. And like especially if you have a dog who becomes severely attached. Yes. And then you create neediness, and then there's where we have separation. So she got returned from 2 homes previously because of her separation issues. And it's like, well, because it's super easy to just carry her, baby her. It's super easy. And again, I had a 5-pound dog for 12 years. It's super easy to just have that tiny dog. So, but in reality, again, they need that proper leadership. And you can see she's kind of calming down a little bit.
Yes.
She's calming down. Yeah. And so what we need is, look, we need mouth open. We need ears back, mouth open. It's okay, she's not mouth open, but look, notice that she shifted on her hip, relaxing into it, more relaxed. Now what happens is she gets to experience correctly, which is what we need her to do also. Right? She needs to be like, okay, I'm in this environment. I'm experiencing correctly. Unfortunately, I have to listen to mom the whole time. Right? But to me, this is socialization. It's not about meeting. They don't need to meet each other. They need to know I can be in the environment. This dog's not going to bother me. I'm not going to have to lunge. I can rely on dad to continue to give me feedback. Puts them in a more relaxed state of mind to experience. That's socialization to me. Learning how to behave in a social environment. We think it's meeting dog and meeting people, but it's more about learning how to coexist in the world. You're going to see buses, you're going to see motorcycles, you're going to see kids on bikes, scooters, strollers, other dogs, squirrels. This is life. So we're wanting them to learn how to just be patient in the world without being so reactive. But in reality, dogs are reactive creatures. It's either fight or flight. So she might want to flight, where she wants to fight, go forward. So again, the approach is the same. We have to teach them how to relax, whether it's fight or whether it's flight. All right? Okay, just guide her down there. Yeah, just hold that and then relax. There you go. Okay. So I want to go back. How's the crate?
She does good in the crate, except for when we leave.
What happens?
When we get home, she's just panting hysterically. She barks the whole time. And then when she goes, has to instantly go poop, and she poops red.
Like blood?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like stress.
Every time?
Almost every time. Yeah. So we don't, I mean, haven't had to leave her a lot, but we're going to have to. My daughter's home from college right now, so she's home.
Mm-hmm.
At work. I only work 2 days a week.
Yep.
So, yeah, and
Well, how is she in the crate when you're home?
she's good. Fabulous. She takes a nap. She sleeps
For
late
how
all night.
long?
She'll nap for
an hour, 2 hours. We put her in when we eat dinner, so she just lays down and sleeps while we're there. Even if we're not in the same room,
Yep.
she's great. Like if she can hear us upstairs,
yeah,
it's fine.
As long as
She
she
can totally relax.
knows somebody's in the house.
But yeah, it's once
When
we
we
leave.
leave,
So
like she is hysterical when we get back. Like you can't even.
are you still putting him in the laundry room? Yeah. How is he? If you're there or not? So what does he do when you're not there?
Doesn't care.
He relaxes.
When you're there.
So, like, if I'm there and I want him in the laundry room, I need to. Hold on.
So she has him on the e-collar also, so she can see him from the camera and give him feedback while not being there, right? Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. If I put him in the laundry room and I have his e-collar on, and I reinforce like you need to relax, he will relax. If I leave the house, he has no problem. The problem is me because I'm with him all day long. I take him to the office. I take him in the car for drop off. I take him everywhere I can.
Yep.
I take him into Costco. So if mom's not there,
So what's the biggest problem?
Is the whining.
When
But it's been like, it's manageable. You know, I can tell him now, like when we're eating, he puts himself into his,
Yep,
I don't know what this
the
is
cot.
called, the cot.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll put himself into the cot without even being told, and he'll wait there until I release him. Um, his like the biggest issue is not listening to anybody but me, because I'm the only one who holds him to the command.
That's right.
So like, if
That's
my
right.
husband says something, he's like, "Yeah, you're not going to reinforce it." So
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, dogs are relationship based, right? This is why they might listen to us and not someone else, right? They're going to listen to whoever holds them accountable, right? And they quickly know who that is. That's also why we try to make the foundation as strong as possible for anyone to tap into it, for anyone. So, yeah, again, there's training the dog, which is teaching the skills, and then there's the application of the skills. Okay, so, but do you have any feedback on trying to see him through the camera and use the e-collar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That definitely helps.
But what were you, like, in the driveway? Were you in your car? Where were you?
In
Did you try from outside of the house?
yeah, from the garage,
Yeah.
and he's definitely mellowed
What does
out.
he do? Does he, like, lay down or just stop barking?
He'll lay down, he'll pace, and he'll
So,
stop
so
whining.
what were, can you tell me exactly, were you watching him and then what, he was whining and then what were you doing, pushing the button?
Yeah, I'm gonna just push the button. And he's, because I've been using, like reinforcing it, I think he recognized like, okay, this behavior is not okay, right? So he doesn't even try and get his food bowl anymore from the counter if it's not ready on the floor. Um,
What about pushing the gate?
he doesn't push the gate.
No.
He like if I have little kids, so I have like little kid gates. So if the gate is not hooked up anymore, like he doesn't even try and push it. He knows he can push the gate because it's unlocked, but
Yep.
he won't push it. He knows like the gate's there for a reason.
Yep.
I would say like the greatest thing for training him is just doing it every day. Like everything that I do with him is a teachable moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't give him slack unless I want to, like running around or playing fetch or
Yes.
having treats.
Yes.
But I don't let him get away with anything. So.
Well, he's too damn smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. But regardless, all of them are smart. And I think the biggest takeaway out of all of that was everything is a teachable moment. And that's what we do. That's how we can get these dogs that have been returned and when we have them for 4 weeks, because we look at everything as a teachable moment. They're feedback-driven creatures. They're taking feedback every second, every moment. Can I do this? Can I not do this? What happens if I do? What happens if I don't? Right? So that's right. So think about everything as a teachable moment because we're forming habits here. So you started forming some habits. Okay, don't try to get my bowl. Okay, stop whining. Okay, don't go through the gate. So you formed habits. So you're either forming the habits you want or forming the habits you don't want. Either way, your dog is being trained. Whether they came to us or not, you're training your dog. So I've been thinking, it's like, just because you have, well, people are like, I don't want to be a dog trainer. I don't want to do what you do. It's like, unfortunately, you are. Now, you're not doing it at my level, but you're training your dog whether you like it or not. Right? So it's like, are we training them to be patient? Are we training them that we're going to be at home and you're going to be separated, right? So separation anxiety is both developed and solved while you're home. So it's developed because you haven't taught the dog how to be away from you when you're home, but it's also solved by being home and teaching them how to be away from you. So, okay, so then the part is, well, how do you work on it whenever she's fine when you're home, but not fine when you're not there, right? And so it might be times like this. You need to be outside while your dog is inside. So can you have her inside and be in the backyard?
Yeah, actually, I can. A lot of times we'll leave the back door open,
Yeah.
and she'll come out and play, and then she'll be done, and she'll just go in the house and take a nap while we're still outside. So she's got really good with all that. I mean, when we first got her, I could not be out of her sight for 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Then it went to 2, then it went to 5, then it went to I'm gonna go lay with Dad and the big dog for
Mm-hmm.
20.
Mm-hmm.
And then a week later, I flew to Hawaii. my girls graduate, and I left her with them for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Loved them. Like she
Mhm.
just got an instant
Mhm.
attraction to everybody,
Mhm.
which was really great. But it's seriously, it's just when you leave the house, right?
It's
With her by herself.
because I even when she was at my place,
Mhm.
I would even leave her upstairs
Mhm.
while I went outside. But she can not too far. Like she can hear.
She's very.
Like while I'm outside, she can even like a little like, and the window crack. Like she knows, oh my, they're here.
Mhm.
But
so
it's
crazy.
we just know that. I mean, I don't know if she barks the whole time we're away because we make sure she's calm in the crate before we leave.
She did when I first had her because she would bark the minute I put her in and just go hysterical. I can hear her all the way out the door. And then you told me to try the e-collar.
Mhm.
That seemed to calm her down, and then we'll stand outside the window.
Mhm.
Listen.
And she doesn't bark, and then we park the car down the way and go. Like
Mhm.
we just kind of we're doing this whole thing, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And she's I could tell when she's calmer when we like that she didn't bark the whole time because she instantly has to go outside and poop. Like it's just like she's so stressed out, and there was been a couple times where she hasn't had to do that, and her poop literally changes. Like
Mhm.
it's not as red. She's my nurse. She actually
Mhm.
just read all about what goes on with their intestines.
Mhm.
It's not harmful.
Yeah, it's like it's just stress colitis. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, half of the dogs we get have diarrhea,
Okay. Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Because
they're stressed.
yeah, but it's not. They could have that just because of change in environment.
Sure.
So one, change in environment, but then two, all of a sudden, the dogs come in and they're like, "Wow, we got to be at school now."
Yeah.
And we got these rules and we have to start listening. So in reality, what we're doing is we're on this balancing act between stress and happiness with the dog. Eventually they get through it, but here's the point. Most people, they don't have enough experience. They don't know how to ride that out. They don't know how to ride it out. Okay, so this is how, again, we get the dogs that have been returned. Well, because we know we just got to ride it out. We need to be consistent. So like you said, you've been consistent and you ride it out, right? So we get it, we don't want the dog. It's either you ride it out and you work through the stress for a couple of weeks, or you have a stress dog for 12 years.
Sure.
Yes, that's what it is. So, okay, so
It's a lot of work,
Yeah.
but it gets easier.
yeah, it gets easier. As long as you're consistent, right? It's like someone's going to figure it out. It's either the dog's going to figure it out or you're going to give in. Just hold a little bit. Okay, go back to the sit and then go back down. And just hold it. Hold that right there. So don't feel like you got to pull her down. Just hold the pressure. Yes, just hold it right there. You see that? Just keep it right there. This is where, again, this is a dog that will hold you out. So it's not about the force, it's who's willing to hold. So the key here is don't relieve it. So don't apply and then take it off, and then apply and then take it off, and then apply and then take it off. She needs to know the only way the pressure goes away is if she lays down. And this is also why I wanted the foot so that you're not bending. Okay, so bring her over here. Bring her a little bit more over here, okay? And then just have it like this. But she'll also get mouthy with you. Right? She gets mouthy. So notice whenever I come down like this, I'm not so much like this to the dog. I'm almost like this, look. It's actually this pressure's being applied, but I'm not giving you crazy energy. You see this? And look, and 2-finger pressure here. So it's just pressure, it's not forceful. In your mind, you have to say, I'm going to be here for 10 minutes. Yeah. So going back to that type of consistency and that anxious energy, this is like the same concept here. But look how she comes forward. Sit, down. It's the same type of consistency. Even though you see it differently, this is not an anxious dog. No, I mean a little bit, but not really. Not the same type of attachment anxiousness here, right? This is more pushy dog. Yeah, she's pushy. Why should I? I don't want to. Bratty.
Yeah. very
Yes,
bratty.
bratty. She's not bratty. Needy.
Yes.
Yes. So, but it's the same consistency. Okay? So, much better. She's a good girl. And look, she's not shaking as much. She relaxed into it, right? Okay. Okay, so going back here on Chestnut. Well, how do you think we're going to get there?
Well, we decided we're going to use the e-collar more.
Okay.
And we need to leave her more. Like,
Okay.
We take her, like she's very, we take her everywhere because we
Yeah.
we enjoy like
Exactly, because you can.
We can. She's
Yes.
easy.
Yeah, she's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do have to go to
Okay,
church.
so here's what I think should happen. We need to pair the e-collar with you. So we need to be able to talk through the camera.
Okay. Which we don't have.
We need that. Just get the cheap little $100 ring that you can set up so you can talk through it. So you can pair your or your no with the e-collar. So that way when you're out of range, you can view on the camera and still say And she associates the with your e-collar control. Yes. You need to pair that with your voice. So in reality, it's not the e-collar. Well, it is the e-collar that's controlling her, but we need it to have more value connected to you so it can be used from long distance.
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay, does that make sense?
No, it totally makes sense.
Yeah. So you're going to do it the same way you've been doing it, but we need a way for you to first say or no or or whatever word sound you want to use to stop that, and then the button. So she starts associating it exactly. So that way,
Yeah, because we do that now without that. Like in general, and then I'll press it even when I'm outside if she's barking.
Yes.
And then we'll,
exactly,
continue.
exactly. Yes. So more of that pairing of it, so that it can be used through the camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how I know it's gotten better is because she doesn't, when we put her in there and we walk out the door, she doesn't bark. Like she used to just get hysterical the minute I put her in there.
Yes, and even just go out the door.
She doesn't bark. Like we're listening, like we're in the car, we get out of the car. And so she must start barking sometime later.
Later.
She was barking instantly.
Yeah.
Hysterical.
So, but you never know. Even if you were able, you have a camera currently.
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, you need a camera.
I don't have a camera.
You need a camera on her. Yes. Because even that, you might be able to just tell her,
Yeah.
and she stops.
Right.
See, they need to know, like, oh, you're there somehow. You're there. Yes, they need to know, even when I can't see you, you're there. Yeah. So, her eating things in the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of stopped because Jamie sensed in the areas, so
She can't get to it.
She can't get to them.
Yes. So here, pull the leash up. Yep, and then bring her back over here. Do you see how this, keep work through that, but do you see the progression here? Now she went physically towards you, right? Before she was trying to pull away. Now she just jumped on you and was like, I'm going to control mom now, right? Yeah, and hold that right there. Just hold that right there. Hold that right there. But you see this escalation of I want to get away, and then I'm going to whine, and then now I'm going to turn it towards mom and be like, Mom, you please stop this. It's okay. Just hold it right there. Okay, keep it right there. Don't worry about that fly. So just hold it right there and then keep talking to me. So you fenced off the area so she can't get to any of those things? Because she was eating the irrigation,
The irrigation,
plumbing.
the
Okay, it's
sago
okay. Bring her right
ponds.
here. Okay. So real quick, let me show you. If you kind of have this back and forth battle here, okay? If you're sitting here, now she's trying to jump on you, do this, heel. Put her into a heel and walk her around. But be a little demanding here, okay? Like this. Use the leash and walk her back and forth. Okay, come on. Will you get Dia? Get Dia. And then bring her back, okay? Just work her a little.
Okay.
Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. The idea is, Pickles, either you can lay down and relax or we're gonna work. And use your work as more of a punishment side there, even though it's not crazy punishment. But just like get her out, try to get her out of that battling mode. She's trying to battle you. Yes, I know. But once you break through this, it'll be a lot easier. Okay, so right here, tell her to heel and walk her around. Heel. Heel, and just walk her, okay? And don't focus on her so much. Yes, like that. So here's what I want you to do. Loosen up a little on the leash. Don't drag her. Require her to follow you. Yes. And then go loose, and go loose, and go loose. Like that, like that. Okay? Like that. And then bring your arm down. Yes, and keep going. Keep going. There. And relax your arm. And just keep moving. Keep moving. Yes, keep that arm relaxed like that. And keep moving. Come on, like that. Okay, and then take her back. And go back to that same spot. And then reset yourself and get her back to sit right here. Sit. Okay, and down. Okay, and go back to sit. Yeah. Okay, and go back to sit. I know, this is patience here. Yes. Okay, go back to sit. Yes. It's okay, be patient. This is what people pay us for. Okay, so let's do this. Just put her in a sit. Okay, and then just keep her in the sit. Just keep her right there. Okay, and just breathe. Just keep her right there. And forget the down for right now. Okay? And just stay right there and just be relaxed. Good, she's yawning. Okay, so we're gonna work from a distance a little bit more. Do that with the camera, right? Okay. How's she been?
She's been pretty good. She's doing a little better, like just in new environments, but she still gets pretty nervous.
Okay.
But she will like
Keep her in the sit.
Will eventually relax into it.
Okay.
Which is good.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a struggle getting her like on a walk.
Okay. To pay attention.
Just to leave. She doesn't want to leave.
Oh, she doesn't want to leave.
Yeah.
Yep. Work through this. Here. So when she's here, just go up. And then relax this. Good. Okay. Okay, so she just doesn't even want to go outside.
She's fine, like going in the backyard, but she's not thrilled about leaving the house.
Okay.
Whether it's like the park or just going
on a walk. Yeah.
So she'll resist, but she'll always want to like
go back. And what do? You insist? She fought. What do you do?
I'll make her sit for a while, and then we'll keep walking.
Okay.
And then if we're just walking around the neighborhood, I'll just make her sit for a while, and then we'll go. So
Will she lay down? Yeah. She will?
Will she what?
She'll lay down for you?
Yeah.
Oh, outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just takes a while.
Okay. Fine. Little by little.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's definitely way better than she used to be.
Okay. Little by little. Yeah. I mean, obviously you've seen like food doesn't work there. Okay, bring her forward. Go ahead. She's going to work with you here. Food doesn't work there. You know, she's not willing to eat, right? So have you tried food and treats with her when she's being reactive?
I've brought a couple along on some of the walks. Yeah, she does react to that a little bit.
Meaning she'll take the food?
She'll take the food. But I feel like if she
goes over.
there's enough stimulation
yes.
around, it just gets
exactly.
She's
exactly. So whether they're reacting or whether they're insecure, like once they go over that threshold, the food doesn't work anymore. Right? So, yeah, but that's also, you know, thinking that you're going to use your food to distract your dog and change behavior, to me is kind of crazy because it doesn't work that way. Yes. So, and then the same thing here. It's like your dog's not all of a sudden going to be super confident because there's food. It's like food doesn't equal confidence, or food doesn't equal stopping reaction. You may distract the dog, but like I said, patience, self-control, impulse control, limitations is what you're actually after. So what we're trying here, she's not really understanding mom's limitation right now of like, stop trying to challenge mom, right? So that's, again, what we're really after, limitations of the counter, of the whining, of the trying to get through the gate, right? Go ahead.
I do have a question actually on her reactivity when we're on the walk. So from Wags and Walks, from the rescue, we got this sort of plastic.
Yeah, the star mark, yes.
And some other friends that I've talked to have been like, no, you may need like
The metal,
fluorescent type of prong
the metal.
or something.
What did we work her on?
She was on and off the prong and the star mark.
Yeah. Yeah, so like she's wearing the plastic. She's obviously wearing the metal. He's wearing the metal,
Yeah.
right? I would have her on the metal, right?
Is that something you'd recommend?
Yeah. But now, again, we do the teach. Well, even you can see she's on a regular martingale, some type of contraction. So I guess we use 4 different types of tools, okay? The plastic prong, the metal prong, the martingale, which is, I don't know her turquoise collar, if it's a martingale or not, but usually like at Wags and Walks, they,
This turquoise
okay,
color
yeah.
actually a little, but it's just a color.
Okay, so like the one where it's half fabric, half chain, that's a martingale. Okay, so it's just like a fabric collar that contracts, right?
We did get one of them.
Or yes, exactly. They get all, because we have a Wags and Walks dog right now, and they all come with one. That's what they use, right? Or a rope lead, a slip lead. All 4 of them contract. That's what you're after. But you're after contraction for the pressure on, pressure off aspect. Okay, so some dogs respond better to certain ones. Sometimes the prong is too much for the dog. The dog's too sensitive. They don't need that much, where the martingale could be fine or the slip lead is fine.
I don't feel like that's the problem.
No. But usually because our working dogs, exactly, they're working dogs. Or they got a ton of fur. They have hair, fur, and you got to cut through that. So, but it's really contingent, at least for us, character and personality of the dog. We'll choose the tool that's best for the character and personality of the dog. Okay, so yeah, we've had plenty of pit bulls where it's like, whoa, this one doesn't need a prong. It like shies away from it. So we'll use a different tool. But it's just a tool. We do the teaching, but we'll choose the correct one. So I would say, yeah, put her on the prong. He's wearing a small. So where she's wearing the medium, like in terms of gauge, thickness, right? So I would probably go with the medium, okay? I have one. Yeah, will you get one?
Tried the corrector. Obviously, I don't want to hurt her.
I'm gonna show
Tried the
you.
corrector like pretty hard with the plastic one when she sees
Yeah,
the cat.
it's not, and you
But
can't
it's, like,
snap her
still
out of it.
getting through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you a few precursors to that, okay? So we'll get one and we'll fit it. The star mark's been okay with her? Yeah, it works fine? Yeah. Yeah, I also think don't, let the small size fool you. That's a terrier. Yeah. So that's also why I think sometimes we get into a little bit of trouble with Yorkies, because we think of them as Yorkie, but we drop the terrier. Same thing as one of my most viral videos was this French Bulldog video where I said everyone calls them Frenchie and we forgot the Bulldog side. Yeah, we forgot it's a Bulldog. And then, look, most of them are not like insecure and fearful. They're like pushy.
She's pushy.
Yeah, because she's a Bulldog, right? So you have to remember, again, I look at we have 2 sides, and this is sort of here too. We've got Sweet Pickles, and then we've got like the pit mix there. We've got Sweet Celine, and then we've got the Bulldog. We've got Chestnut, and then we've got the Yorkshire Terrier. So we have Pepper, and then we've got the Cattle Dog mix, right? And we got Walter, and we've got the Husky Shepherd mix. Or we've got Dia, and we've got a Pit Bull. Okay, so so here's what you're gonna do, watch. Go ahead and tell, okay, so look, anytime they're in a down, finally we got it, right? Good. Once they're in a down, we need to be very clear with now you can move. When you've been upholding, I need you to stay down, I need you to stay down, I need you to stay down. Because when we tell our dog to lay down, we imply stay until we release you, okay? So I don't want her to just be like, okay, now I'm done, or dad moved and now I can get up. This is, again, part of your patience, your self-control, your impulse control. So what you do is you tell her, okay, you okay her.
Okay.
Now she can move.
Make it okay.
Yes, that's your release, okay? Okay, mama. Hi, baby girl. Come here. Okay, so let's see. Move on. Baby girl. Yeah, she's kind of like in between. So if she's in between, I'm gonna go ahead and just add it, just because I would rather it be, this is actually fine.
The too tight.
Fitted.
Okay.
Fitted. So
about like that.
you see I can get my fingers underneath?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what you
how
want.
It needs to be.
Yes. So collars are not necklaces. They shouldn't fall down. They should be fitted. So what happens is, look, I want it, and this was what I was going back to having Walter there, making sure his collar was first and not the e-collar, because you want your collar to sit as high as possible.
Okay.
Behind the ears.
Okay.
Throat and trachea is here. So avoids that, okay?
Plastic one was kind
Okay, and we'll take it off, right?
Yeah.
So then this will, and you got your safety.
Yes.
We'll just go there.
Landing walks was kind of
Yeah,
advising that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Keep the safety.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So now, okay, will you grab her, and let's see the food, impulse control real quick. I want to show you something. He's going to take her real quick. So just right there, just right there, just right there. Okay, so especially with the reactive dog, we think we're going to go out and work in the real world and find dogs, and I'm going to teach you how to control yourself. So wait, let's see. Okay, the first standard we teach is not to dart out towards food. If I can't stop my dog from darting out towards food, how am I ever going to stop her from going after dogs, squirrels, skateboards? Okay, here's the other thing. When we have some brand new dogs that are here for 4 or 5 weeks in our training program, for the whole first week, we don't walk them. They don't know how to walk. They don't have the skills.
Okay.
We do all our sessions in the yard first, okay? Because I need to teach the dog how to follow me, how to pay attention, impulse control, patience, self-control. I need to start shaping their commands, teaching their leash manners, then I can start to apply it in the real world. We got it backwards. Social media has it backwards. It's like, go train your dog in the real world. You're gonna fail. You got no practice, you've done no teaching, there's no scrimmages, you just jump straight to the game and then you lose.
Well, we were thinking too, you want to walk her a lot to exercise her, right? Tire her out a little bit?
You're not tiring this dog out.
No.
No, you're not.
Tough to do.
No, you're not. They're not. These dogs are built to go. So what we need is here, and that's sort of what we're finally. Do you have any food?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but like, look at how she's being good. Okay, so this is kind of what I wanted to avoid here, where she moved and the dog got up. You see that? I want to. You move her. Let's see. Can you move around a little? I mean, yeah, you told him to stay, but like, I want to be able to tell my dog to lay down and then I can move and the dog holds it. And not even necessarily walk away, just like, I'm gonna reach down and get this. And because they're impulsive, they see you move and they're like, oh, we're moving, right? So, well, yeah, that was good. That was good. We'll get back to it. Okay, but going back to leash manners. See, a dog that's reactive is just not minding leash manners. 5 leash manners that we teach. No pulling, no lunging, no jumping, no barking, and learning to stay by your side until you give them permission. That's what you've been doing right now. Okay, so those are leash manners. Then you have commands on top. Heel and sit and down and stay and come and drop it and leave it. Okay, you have commands, but then you have manners, rules. Okay, so this is also why right now there's no tension on the leash. There's no tension. There's no tension. Why? Because the dog is doing what you want them to do. This is why with our style of teaching and our understanding, we don't want any pressure on the leash unless the dog is doing it incorrectly. No pressure. There was only pressure when she was doing it incorrectly, not listening, right? Well, exactly. Now, that's not really correction, but Okay, because correction would be quick, sharp, which is what you had to do the first time, and I wanted to kind of break this down and then show you, okay? So here's the key. There's no words to this. Manners and rules have no words, okay? Commands have start and finish. Heel, sit, down, stay. Okay, you're done. They have a start and finish. Manners don't. We want to expect them all the time. These dogs are way too smart. If you start pairing a word to your manners, now the dog's like, great, I can lunge until you tell me no. I can jump until you tell me no. I can break through the gate until you tell me no. With those types of rules, there's no warning. That would be correction. Okay? So, but real quick, last part, dogs don't reward each other. They only correct. They don't pat each other on the head. They don't say good dog. They don't give each other treats. They check each other. They are consequence-based typed creatures. And in reality, not getting checked is the reward to a dog. It's like, oh, you're playing well with me? We get to continue to play. You play too hard? I check you. Okay, so now let's see. All right, so what we do is, and here's the other part, left side, okay? We've conditioned the left side. So you get your food.
We've been doing that too, yeah.
Left side, okay? Get your food, drop the food, and then here's the collar. You see that? Did you see that? Okay, do it again. Do it again. Good. We're looking for decision making. Okay, there's a lot that's happening, okay? And then I'm gonna take over. Okay, come here, mama, come here, come here, come here. Okay, I'm gonna take over just to show you that I'm gonna do it too, okay? So first thing is I'm gonna give her one for free. Good girl, good girl. Look, here, look, I dropped the food and she didn't get it, okay? So you go shorter on the leash, but not tight, short. You have two. You throw one, you keep one, okay? But watch, I throw one, this hand goes here. Let her make a decision. What I'm not gonna do is bribe her. What I'm not gonna do is this. You see that? I'm not bribing her with the other one. What I wanna do is let her make a decision. Reward the decision making. Check the impulsiveness, reward the decision making. Okay, so I throw one. Good. And then I do 1 and 2. And what she needs to understand is the ones on the ground are off limits. This is how, again, now he can be in the kitchen. Your dog can be in the kitchen and you can drop food and the food will hit the ground and they'll look at you. But this has to be practiced. You need to take them to the counter, drop the food from the counter and work on this. And reward decision making, not bribery. Okay, but without you pointing out quick mistake, okay, you're never gonna be able to reward the decision because you weren't black and white. So yeah, you're gonna get some people that say, oh, you set the dog up to fail. Once, I'm actually trying to reward the dog. This is super easy for the dog. Oh, whoa, leave the food on the ground and just get rewarded? That's easy. But again, what are we trying to develop? Impulse control, patience, self-control, limitations. When dad tells you don't get the food, don't keep trying. Don't choke yourself to get to it.
So should we practice this, let's say, in the kitchen with her treats or something?
Well, you're gonna practice it right now. I'm gonna give it to you, but I wanna show you she knows how to do it, right? So, okay, good girl. But again, look at what we're trying to develop so that I can now apply this with squirrels and skateboards and dogs. If my dog doesn't know that mom can control her impulses going after food, good luck trying with other things. Dogs care about food. Okay, the next part. Here's the key here. Never pick that up from the ground and give. Okay, so I want to pick them up. Okay, then the second part is don't snatch the food from my hand. Now, I'm fair that the food is still within my personal space. Okay, it's with me. I don't want to put, we're close, but I'm not doing this. But look, it still works, but I'm not doing that. Okay, I'm doing this. And then I can give it to her. So the concept of don't take food, I give you food. Don't take food, we give it to you. Okay? If she gets too close, but you see what it's taking? Just a little snap. Notice I'm not pulling her. So, right, when they're fighting you, it's very easy to have to pull, but she's also strong. Okay, if the dog is mentally following you, you shouldn't have to pull them. You should just give a quick check. But you see, she understands. When I give her a check, she pulls herself away. Okay, so she respects it. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so your dog starts to listen to you more when they respect you more. Well, we got to work on the things the dog actually cares about, not the things we think they care about. Okay, so I do this and then I give it to her. Notice there's no words. I'm not saying I'm not saying no, I'm not saying leave it. I'm just working on her decision making. It's black and white. I present the food, she either goes for it or she doesn't. When she doesn't, I give it to her. Good. And what you actually want is, you want her to give into it. You want to feel like your dog is respectful and not waiting for you to look away and then they snatch it. You see this? We're connected right now. That's what I want from you. Finally, we got it. And she keeps checking in with you. Now, every time she looks at you like this, I want you to tell her, good girl. Good. Now, that doesn't mean get up. But finally, I want her to see like, oh, this is mom's nice side. Before I was getting mom's pushy side because I was being pushy. Right? Good girl. Yay. So again, this is not obedience. This is teaching your dog some rules and manners. Okay? And then you can like watch the other behaviors get better because this is part of our relationship. So now when I say don't lunge at dog, she's like, oh yeah, I know how to take direction from dad. I know he has limitations for me, right? Good girl. Okay, good girl. All right, so I want you to try that.
Okay.
And then let me show you real quick on, so just hold this, just hold this end right here, just hold this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna show you, just hold like this. So close your hand,
Okay.
like this.
Okay.
Just quick flick.
Oh, okay.
You see this?
So, will I keep her on like a shorter leash?
Yeah,
for
you'll
this
be,
exercise
yeah,
here?
you'll be here.
Okay.
So that way, and then watch, bring her around so everyone can see.
Okay.
Okay, and you can have her right here.
That's it.
Okay. So you can actually, because you're going to need to put all this in this hand, so that
do
you
the
can,
treat thing with the-
exactly, so you can do it with your right? And then let's just see what she does. Good girl, better girl.
Exercise this by like throwing one on the ground.
Yeah, just throw, and then have two. So have two, keep one and throw one. Oh yeah, we forgot the waters. Let's have the waters out. So, yep. Okay, so here, let's do it again. If you have to use the leash, no reward. Yes, you're gonna do it again. Yes, and then give, exactly. So there you're working on your decision making and not the bribing. I know you have water. Yep. And if you get it right and they figure it out, they won't even pay attention to that food. Okay, but then eventually what you do is, but then eventually you throw two. You know, you gotta make it a little bit more challenging and space it out a little. Yes, and then you do three, and then you do four, and you gotta add on, okay? But, so again, but what you're looking at is when dad tells you no, it means no, right? I think it's like owner's biggest issue, one of the biggest issues is you can't really tell the dog no. The dog doesn't really understand. Like, hey, stop doing that, right? Well, why? Because dogs snap at each other. That's how they tell each other no. And stop doing that. Okay, so go shorter on the leash, just a little. So that way when you come down, you have less leash. Sometimes, because then if not, you're gonna have to do this if she tries to get it, okay? So exactly, so pick those up. That's a good girl. Okay, so go a little shorter or just do one rep. And then present that food like I showed you, kind of in front of you. Yes, like that. When she's, yes, like that. And then give her one. That's a good dog, like that. And then you present, and she's respectful, and you give her one. And notice I keep saying respectful. We all know what it's like to have a dog who snatches out of your hand. Whether it's your own dog or a friend's dog or whoever, you go over to the house and the dog's just bugging with whatever's in your hand. They're too pushy. It's your kids, right? Like, it's not going to necessarily translate to your kids, but at least if they have the understanding, you can maybe start to layer it in with your kids. And they all know how to do this, by the way. So this is like in my very first sessions, we get a brand new dog. This is what I'm doing right away. And then I practice it every time. Exactly, see what I mean? Like, you don't know the foundation, right? So again, but this is a skill of patience, self-control, impulse control. Then you can start layering in other distractions. Okay, so let's do it like this. Okay, so go ahead and just reset, have her by your side. Okay, you can stand up. So you're doing the distraction by yourself. Now I'm going to be the distraction, and you're going to require the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to come up and say, "Hi, Pepper. Hi." And she should not go forward. She should not go forward.
If she does, give her a little correction. Okay.
Right? So you have to then introduce a third-party distraction. So now we can teach our dog when somebody comes up, they don't just bolt at them, jump at them, lunge at them, get excited, jump on them, whatever. All right? So sometimes you have dogs that want to attack people, and sometimes you have dogs that just want to say hi. It's the same behavior though. Okay? So what you'll do is, let me show you.
She's definitely she likes to say hi.
So what you're going to do is, okay, so you see how he's peripherally right next to her? So take a half a step back, just right there. Look, now she has to physically turn her head to see him. Okay, so when you work on sort of permission exercises like this, you just don't want to be right next to them. Okay, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up. I'm going to entice her. When I'm the third-party distraction here, the only thing I'm not doing is giving her a command. I'm not saying, Pepper, come, or sit, or anything. I'm just being a distraction. What you do is, you're going to call her name or grab her attention. When she looks at you, you're going to say, okay, and walk her to me. You're going to give her permission. Okay, so I'm going to go. So call her name.
Pepper.
Tell her, okay, and walk her forward. Okay, and walk her to me, you see? Permission. Okay? So you teach your dog, no, you can't. Now you can. Okay? Make sense? Good. I know. And eventually, like, once you've been working your downstay here for 1 hour, they try to, like, they're over it. I'm done with it, right? Okay, so I want to work her just real quick. Maybe let's bring her over here so we can try her skills real quick. Yeah, bring her over here. Bring her over here real quick. Let's just see here. Come on. Come on. Do you need water?
Is he?
Yeah. Do you need water, boy? That one's there for her if you need. You won't take it? Too much going on? You don't want water, Mama?
I'll be your friend.
You don't know, huh?
I'm so happy.
She's precious. She doesn't take treats as much anymore.
Well, the brain's not allowing her to.
Yeah.
What about at home?
Yeah, just it was here and there. I mean, but she does listens pretty good.
Yeah?
She's just like,
Yeah?
I don't want treats.
No?
And we decided not to put her on medication.
Well, I think that's better. Yeah,
We never did.
exactly. Yeah. But yeah, you see what happened. You see whether it was you or whether she's going towards your daughter there. You see how she kind of starts getting into that, right? Shh. There's where I just kind of keep her calm and work her through that. But if she starts cycling like that and then I let her go forward, like I'm giving into that anxiousness. You see this? Yes. Come on, come on. So even just doing a little bit of obedience with her, come on, come on, will go a long way. When you're eating, I think you said she goes to her crate. What about working her downstay at all?
And
On her bed?
not in the crate.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's do that
Yeah.
sometimes. Yes. When you're eating, where is she?
In her cot.
In the cot.
Yeah.
Perfect, which is what you're doing with him now. When you're eating, where's Pepper? Shh, shh, shh. She's in her bed. Okay, so before you didn't know anything that she knew here. So would you just like shush her to her bed, or how did you keep her there? Okay. Shh, shh,
So
shh.
we wanted the same behavior with her, especially since she's a bigger, taller dog.
Yes.
Certainly didn't want her like right next to the
Exactly.
table.
Okay. Okay.
So no, we insisted that she lays in her bed. She's really good about that.
Yeah, even just a little bit like this, huh? Right? Mama. Do you ever see any of that at home?
No.
No.
No. She's
Yeah.
pretty good when we're home. She's gotten better with just being in the home. She's very comfortable. Like she'll go upstairs and lay down on her own. Like it's really gotten so much better with not having to be next to me all the time.
Well, do you see what happens though? They're fine when it's on their own.
Yeah.
Once you tell her to lay down, she doesn't want it. Once I say, I'm going to have you next to me and you can't go to mom, she doesn't want it. Once you close the crate door, they don't want it.
Exactly.
Everything has to do when it's on your terms.
Yeah.
So don't be confused that, oh, she'll put herself in the crate. That's not the same thing, right? As I need you to do it when dad wants you to do it, right? Or when mom wants you to do it. So kind of the same behavior. It's showing differently, right? But all I'm doing is just wanting her to be right here and then she's having a hard time,
Yeah.
right? I know. You're okay though. She's right there. I mean, it's the same concept.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah.
Right.
I get stressed out. I'm like, we just got to get through this.
Yes.
We got to be gone sometimes more than
That's right.
hours.
That's right. That's
It's
right.
rare, but
You're okay. You're okay. Just stay right there. You're okay. Oh, well, see, we need that yawn. That was halfway there. We needed that yawn. And you haven't seen her, but she yawned a couple times while you had her down there. And he did too. And that's what we're looking for. They're working through it. See, well, they're not going to yawn and whine at the same time.
okay.
Well, they're not going to breathe and be whining at the same time. They need to breathe,
Gotcha. I got you.
right? They need a mouth open and breathe. Shh. When have you been using the crate? I'm going to give her back to you, okay? Because your homework is really going to be using that e-collar from a distance.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's I mean, she's been very independent in the house.
Yeah. So watch out right here. Don't let her pull like that, though. Just keep her right next to you. You can go back over there. Just keep her next to you. Yes. Yeah, and I mean, we crate train all of the dogs, right? Yes. But see, again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to give you as many tools as possible to keep the dog, right? Which is sort of the same thing here after she's been returned, or she got returned. She got returned because she attacked the other dog, and then she attacked the neighbor dog. Yes. Yes. Right? So, in the home, and then she attacked the neighbor dog. Yes. So it was two. So, but again, we try to make the dog well-rounded to give you enough tools to keep the dog. So, at the end of the day, if we could just crate the dog, well, that's better, right? I mean, if we can at least just crate the dog, then it's better, right? Yes, Okay. So, but again, but we want to look at the dog across the board because, again, in 15 years, how many times have we heard, my dog's great except for this? But in reality, that except for this is stemming from 5 other things, right?
Also, where with her, I wanted to ask how her downstays are in the house. Because just going back to what Corey was saying about laying down and relaxing on their own terms versus yours, she can give you pushback on that downstay, but you're not really. So overall, she's fine for in the house. But if you ask her to lay down and she might give you a little bit of different energy, which is what you showed here.
She's doing better with the downstays. We have sometimes some behaviors, but
Yeah, so the idea is you can't only want her to listen when she's reactive. And we find that's really the only time people want their dog to listen is when the dog is messing up. So, look, yawn, she yawned there. So, yeah, she's relaxing, giving in, relaxing. So, yeah, that can't be the only time you're demanding with the dog. Stop barking, stop lunging, stop being reactive. And the dog's like, yeah, but I don't listen in any other areas. Why? Because you don't require anything from me in any other areas. That's why obedience doesn't solve your problems, but it gives you tools to tap into. To get the dog to start taking direction and following and listening to you as part of your relationship. So one, you'll see half of those unwanted behaviors go away, half. Because the dog's like, oh, you're someone I listen to, someone I take direction from, not someone who just gives me things. Okay? And then the other half of the unwanted behaviors become easier for you to either manage and work on or eradicate and get rid of. So again, we want to look at relationship as a whole with the dog and not just kind of surface level of, well, it's great in all these areas except for this. And great is subjective because what the owner tells me, oh, my dog's great. It's like, well, that's your opinion of great, right? We might have, and that's also the thing is we all expect something different from our dogs. I try to just say, hey, look, I've seen you and you and you and you and you, and I've seen this dog 14 different ways, and I've seen, all different types of dogs to say, hey, this is what I think they need, right? So I think that's right. Work the downstays at home, right?
if you guys are on the couch and she's on the downstairs, she might have some trouble.
Well, does she want to climb on the couch right away? Yes. If you guys are hanging out on the couch, does she want to get on the couch?
sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
She's hard to not cuddle with.
Well, I know. But she's also has a hard time now with you leaving the house, right?
Yeah.
So there has to be some of those.
She definitely does. She likes to do.
Yeah. So use it as reward. But that's the same thing. Like, again, if we have a hard time saying, I need you to be on your bed while I'm on the couch, good luck trying to leave the house. That's where it starts. Yes. Do you let her on the furniture? No. And then you have that one couch for them, right?
We have, they're allowed on the couches, yeah.
Okay, but it's easy for you to tell them to not be on the couch.
Oh yeah, they get kicked off by me or the kids easily.
What about them?
Sometimes in the bed,
Sometimes in the bed.
but not on. She doesn't jump on the couch.
Okay. What about Celine?
She can go on the couch, but like on our terms.
Okay, permission.
Yeah.
Yes. Those are healthy boundaries, right? So,
Let our old dog on the furniture, so we established that as a ground rule right away.
yeah. Yeah.
And I think it just took one kind of like no, like we really kind of yelled at her.
Yeah. Yeah. She understood. So, but yeah, I think, it's one of those where those are healthy boundaries because you're asking for space. So when we want the dog to remain at home while we leave, well, you're asking for maximum space. So we got to work on those other areas of saying, I need you to be in your bed and hang out right there for 20 minutes and then I'll let you come up. And she's right. You're going to see probably some of that whining of, but I want to get up. I want to be up there. And working through that and then allowing her as the reward. So again, they should be able to hold their downstays for 1 hour. I mean, we've already done it. Now, granted, you've been babysitting them. And that's how we have to do it in the beginning. Before you can actually park them, tell him to lay down and stay while you move throughout the house, you have to babysit them at first. So we'll even use our kettlebells a lot. So we'll put her on her cot, and then we use the kettlebell, and we just tether, we tie the leash to it, not tight, and then we tell her to stay, and we're doing our thing. So, you know, with the smaller dogs, you could just tie them to the cot. You don't need the weight, right? But that's how you, again, we should be able to get 1 hour from them. Downstay, 1 hour. So even here, like she's hearing those dogs, she sees the birds, right? And she's not being reactive. So that'll be Chestnut's homework there. Work your downstay and then get that camera. Yes.
And Chestnut's also, she's a terrier, so she loves squirrels. Like when we're out on a walk, she goes pretty bizarre when she sees like a squirrel, and she doesn't take treats like when we're out on a walk. So do you have anything that can help us with like controlling her?
Well, that was the same thing we were just talking about here. But here's the thing. Again, you're not going to control instinct if I can't have my dog be away from me. Yeah, you're not going to control instinct, right? So again, we want to work on her giving in to her commands so that you can roll that over to her instinct. Yes, because she's being impulsive to go after squirrels. She's also being impulsive to get to you. And you're not always around squirrels, but you're the consistent all the time. Whether it's squirrels or her being anxious, you're the consistent, right? So I know we don't make that connection of like, well, how is my dog going to be better reacting to other dogs if I can work on her downstay? Well, it will be because you're the consistent, right? And what we're actually asking her to do is give in to the fact that I need you to be there and you can't get to me. Watch how then you'll be able to say like, hey, don't go after squirrels. And she takes you seriously, which is what we needed from Pickles. She needed to take Mom seriously, right? What, does she have something there?
A little.
Oh, that rash? Yeah, I see her belly.
Yeah.
Maybe get some Epsom salt with warm water, dissolve it, and then put it on a cloth and put it right there. Let it soak for 30, 40 seconds, and then dry it. It will help clean it and dry it, at least for now. So
when I walk in the door when I come home from work, she jumps and barks and gets crazy when I get in the door. Like, I can't figure out if she's cussing me out or she's happy to see me. Like, it's just like, so I just recently just walked away from her and just kept doing my thing, and she calms down.
but she follows you.
She does follow me
She should be in the crate.
when I come home.
Well, again, these are all times to work on it. But again, you're asking her for the maximum patience and self-control. I need you to control yourself right now. She's not going to listen to you. It's the same with the squirrel. She's not going to listen to you. She wasn't going to listen to you with reacting to dogs. So I need to recreate some other ways to get the dog to listen to me when they would rather not. That's the idea. So I'd rather not walk, Mom. I'd rather go home. I'd rather not. I'd rather not lay down. I'd rather not listen and go after squirrels. I mean, it's so much better, but we put in so much work. But they don't want to do any of this. That's the idea. They don't want to do any of it. So you have to recreate situations and get them through that. So if maybe you're coming, well, would this be a situation where maybe family's home and then you're coming? But yeah, and put her in the crate before. Because you don't have, well, we need to work on a strong downstay where I can be like, hey, lay down and stay when I walk in the door. But she needs to be in a following state of mind in order for that to happen.
So the crate will
Contain her. She's going to go bonkers in there, but she's right. That's where I would work the e-collar.
okay, and then have the so have whoever she's usually
Yeah, so you're going to tell her I'm going to be home in 5 minutes. Set her up in the crate, get the e-collar on so I can come in and we can work on her calming down. But see, you almost need the e-collar there because you can't, I mean, with all his whining and everything that was at the beginning, nothing was going to cut through that. Nothing. You could put the leash on and all the prongs you want and all the food you want. Nothing will cut through that. So I'm not saying that's not a correction point. It's just a different stimulus to cut through that. Yes, exactly. get her to calm down, then let her out. Yeah, remember, you work in a couple of areas, you'll see other areas get better. They're all connected. Yes, they're all connected. But we kind of hone in on just one or two, and we don't look at the bigger picture, but that would be a perfect time. Yes. Or even just as you're home with her. I'm sure as you're home with her, if you put her in the crate and then you go and spend some time outside or whatever it might be, you come back in, she's going to be super excited. You want to control excitement, right? Excitement and anxiousness are right next to each other. Yes. Yeah. So, but see, we don't look at I need to control excitement. Because we're like, well, but she's excited to see me. You're controlling arousal. Yes, if I can control my dog's arousal, then I can do it across the board. Make sense?
Yes, totally.
Good. But again, this is just the understanding of it, and obviously there's application, right, which is the hard part. But I think the better that you understand it, then the easier the application portion becomes. Yes. How is she doing with? What's the other one's name? Trixie. So Trixie came through our program just like she did. Yes, and then they adopted her. So their other dog.
So she gets along well with Trixie. She loves being with her, hanging out with her.
Yeah, so no problems.
No problem.
Great. And then you have a cat.
2 cats, yeah.
Yeah, and she's okay?
One really likes her, and the other one doesn't like her at all.
Okay. She leaves her alone?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's actually scared of him.
He swatted her.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So they learn fairly quick,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else. So she's the only dog that you have?
Only dog.
Yeah, okay.
Our
Okay.
other dog passed away in February.
Oh no.
Gave it a couple of months.
Yeah.
And then we wanted to do another rescue.
Yep.
Another dog was a rescue.
Yep.
We had to work on him in the beginning a little bit too, but he ended up being a great dog. He was a Jack Russell Terrier.
Okay, so yep, another
And,
another
I know a little bit of her history from Wags and Walks.
yes. She's a good dog. Yeah, we loved her. We actually had her for quite some time. We had her for 6-7 weeks. She was with Jabba that whole time. We had another Wags and Walks dog at the same time, and usually we keep them for 4 weeks, and then we just continued, because she didn't have a place to go. So we just said, let's just keep working with her. So she stayed for quite some time with us.
So that crawling, just kind of bring her back to
Well, here's what I want. Yeah, but even there, there's where I would try to practice a quick flick and see if she'll kind of, yes, and be like, I see you crawling. And so it's not so much of a, yes, if you need to, bring the dog here. But if you can just kind of be like, hey, don't do that. So she starts respecting remember, the leash is you. The leash is an extension of you. So that's also why she was fighting the leash. We got to make sure that she understands she's fighting mom, which she did, because then she tried to jump on you and do all that. And then now look at where we got. Much more compliant.
Were these two together while we had them?
It was before we took our last break. I feel like they might have been all, yeah. We had him over Thanksgiving. Yeah, remember we took the pictures with the bandanas, right? Or Christmas. Yeah, she would have been here.
It was the holiday season.
Yeah, because we put the blue ones on for you.
Blue ones, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yes, it was just with Peter.
With Peter.
Yeah, she was here. Yes, they were together. I think you're right. I think they played.
We found out something really interesting with Pepper. We decided to name her Pepper, and then we got all her medical.
It was previously Pepper.
Her previous name was Pepper.
Yes, it was. Yeah, they changed it to Diamond. And they actually called her Pepper and then changed it to Diamond when we were here. Remember we were calling her Pepper Diamond?
Yeah.
Diamond Pepper, yes. But we joke because we change all the names even when they're with us. We come up with our own nicknames.
Yep.
And we almost thought like that's gonna be part of our contract is you guys have to be okay with us changing your dog's name when they're here.
We started calling her Pepper, and she reacted to it right away. She's such a smart dog. Oh, that wasn't me.
Yeah, but you kept Chestnut. Yeah.
We were gonna change it, but we had too many things we had to work with. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna do that right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We call her Chessie.
Yes.
Kind of like, and she's doing great with Sophia. When she was biting
Yep.
at her.
Yep.
She's doing so.
Yeah. They seem from the pictures they got a good relationship.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're doing great. Yeah, it's crazy because sometimes she barks at, like, if there's dogs walking by with the leash, she gets a little crazy sometimes, but we walked in here and she was totally fine. Like, I don't know.
And what about Celine has dog friends?
She does.
She does?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So she plays.
She'll play.
Okay.
She'll play rough.
Oh yeah, she plays like a bulldog. Yeah. Okay. What's up, Mama? You've been good.
She's just
Oh.
going under the radar.
Yeah. Please don't notice me. Yeah. Oh, she's a good girl. She's a good girl. She actually has the least amount of training. She did 1 week. Yes. So she has the least amount of training. But she's good. I think she just takes that direction. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure of course, you see a different side of her at home where she's comfortable. Yes. Yes.
What's the average training that people do when they bring the dog?
3 weeks. Yes. And some of them, depends on what. Again, Simba's family's in Europe for 5 weeks, so the dog's here for 5 weeks. He needed more. So he stayed for 5. We did 3. We were like, he's going to be better with 4. And you were like, he's going to be even better with 5. And then again, I think we just kept her because we continued to work and said, she doesn't have a place to go, so we'll continue with her. So she had more. When the rescues come in, we do 4 weeks with them automatically. Yes. So we have Astrid right now from Wags and Walks. She's here for 4 weeks. And so it depends. Sometimes people are traveling for a longer period of time, and then they want longer. Yeah. If I had my choice, I would say 4. Yes. And it depends on the dog, especially if she came more than 4. I think I told T 4 weeks minimum, and then we kept her for another week. Yes. Yes. Oh, she's done. I'm done. Okay, I think that was good for now. I think that was good. I think, yeah. Sometimes, again, these classes go a little different. Sometimes there's a lot more people. Sometimes we'll incorporate some walking and things like that. But I think just kind of being here in the controlled environment, working through some of that, getting her to just hang out right here was good. Yes. Yes. We're going to do another one. So we'll send another invite, but give us some feedback. Let me know how things are going. Let me know how she's doing. Okay. Let me see. Can you release her? I want to say hi. Just tell her, okay. No. Okay. Okay, Mama. Okay, come here. Oh, what happened? It's okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Come on. Okay. Come on. Oh my gosh. It's okay. Good. That was better. Just working through some of that, learning to take you seriously, even with just the basics. Again, like if you can't get the basics from the dog, good luck trying to work on the greater issues. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for all your time you took with her because, with 2 people sending her back, I did not want to be that third.
Well, I mean,
It was like I was determined to
yeah, but you guys, are doing all the work also. So, like, good job on you guys because, yes, I know she's a difficult dog. Yeah, she is. I mean, she's sweet and has a lot to give, but she does. She'll definitely test. Yeah, she tests it. Yes.
She's come a long way.
Yes.
In the time we've had her, I know it was such a big difference. Comfortable
And her eyes look better because remember her eyes were super red and gunky, and I think a lot of it was from her stress.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So they look much better.
The stress is.
Is she eating the same food as your other dog?
No, I
Kept the same one.
Yeah, I kept the same one.
Which was the open farm?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a little pricey, but
Yeah. The salmon, right? Yes. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, and the from does have a salmon. I
Oh yeah,
believe,
that was what
so
it was. Yeah.
when we're finished with the big bag, we might switch her.
Switch her.
over to-
Yep. Yep.
It's great.
Oh my gosh.
You big ham mama. Oh my gosh. Yeah, try that out with the Epsom salt here and see if this cleans it up.
Moist in there.
Yes, and that way it'll dry it out. It looks dry, but that way it'll clean it up.
Now
This
you're
is what I
doing.
want to do. Bam, right back.
Oh my
What's up, crazy?
It's cute.
Yeah, she's cute.
I gotta tell tail wag.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Let me know whatever you need. If you need anything else, let us know. Give us some feedback. Tell us how things are going. Okay. Thank you for coming.